Good morning and welcome to our crafting session this morning. It's Wednesday, the 1st of March 2023. Welcome, and it's St David's Day here over in the UK, particularly for our Welsh compatriots. So happy St David's Day to anybody who is watching that celebrates. I have some new products to share with you that came online literally just today, Wednesday the 1st of March. And it's a collection of products that are available online. They won't appear in a catalogue. And Stampin Up will be launching these, excuse me, 3 times throughout the year. So they're supplementary to the catalogue. So you won't see them in a printed catalogue. All of the information is available online. If you go to my website, jeminicraft.co.uk, you'll be able to click on a link on the right hand side and see the information there. Good morning, Catherine. Thanks for joining us. So I will show you some of the products right at the end. I have some of the papers and I'm going to be using one of the new stamp sets this morning, and as you can see, this is called Irresistible Blooms, and the suite is called Hello Irresistible. So we have papers, 2 kinds of papers. We have this lovely stamp set, very much a Jenny stamp set, and there are dies to go with this, and we also have some new letter alphabet stamps, and I do like this because it's capital letters. So we'll be introducing these over the course of this week. So I'll be using them today and tomorrow, and then they will appear in a class in a box shortly. So I'll show you the papers at the end. I just want to get crafting for anybody who's joining us who needs to go fairly swiftly. So let me just see who's with us, if I can get to the right screen. Right, hi Scylla, good morning to you. So I'm going to be using these images here. So we've got 2 flowers, 2 sets of leaves, a 3 and a 2, and a small one here. And then you've got some nice little splatters ink. And then you've got 5 sentiments, and I particularly like the style. So just like there's something slightly different, maybe slightly more feminine, curly. So we've got thank you, we've got hello, hooray, it's your day. And this is a nice one too. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. I'm not sure that I would use I like you. I think that's probably something that they use in the States, but who knows? Maybe I'll find a use for it at some point. I like a lot of people, but it's not likely I would put that sentiment on a card. Okay, so this is a cling stamp set, as you can see. So it is red rubber. If I put this down here, so you can see it, but it's not reflecting, hopefully. And I've got a piece of basic white, a piece of Night of Navy, and a basic white base card. So I'm going to be working on this one, and I'm just going to stamp a selection of flowers in the corner, maybe in the top as well, and then my sentiment. I'm going to grab, I'm after some masking paper, if I can find it. No, I can find everything else. And I can't even see. Oh, I might have in my first aid kit a post-it note. Which, it's not particularly big, but hopefully will do the job. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of images. I've not used these stamps yet. I'm going to stamp the flowers in Night of Navy, and I like the fact that you've got this detail here with the darker colour, and this looks fabulous in when you heat emboss it. So watch out for me doing some of that in due course. And I like the fact that the leaves have got a filled in one, so if you're not a big fan of colouring, the leaves are sort of ready made for you. So we've got 2 flowers, and oops, a bit carried away there with my with my inking up, because I've got 2 ink pads and one's got a lot more ink than the other, and it's not this one. Okay. So it stamps really well straight from the set. Let's have a look at the little dots, like so. And then leaves I'll do in green, and let's just do the sentiment. I might just swap that Night of Navy for another one. See if this one is any better. Obviously need to refill some of my ink pads. Not much better. Okay, and let's do some leaves. I've got Granny Apple Green for that. Great crafting session yesterday, Scylla, wasn't it? So that's a set of 3, and then a set of 2. That isn't Granny Apple Green, that's Pear Pizzazz. Okay, let's get going. So, I am going to pop that onto a post-it note. Cut those out. That's the larger one, and I'll also cut the smaller one, because what I want to do is pop the leaves in behind. There we go. Okay, let's grab some scissors. So I hope everybody is well this morning. Hi Fran, sorry I didn't realise you were there. My phone is obviously on a go slow this morning and not updating, so I do apologise. Right, glass is coming off, and I'm just going to cut this. So I'm cutting 2 at a time, and what's really nice is this has got a nice thick border. So it's quite easy to cut along that border and know that you're slightly inside of the flower. I think that would be enough. And let's do the same on this one. Of course I did put the top of the flower I'm cutting out on the stickiest bit, which wasn't very sensible. Okay, I think that will work. Get rid of those bits. So my plan is to stamp a large one here in the corner and just build up a few on either side. Are the flowers the same size as those on the papers? That is a very good question. I think they are. I'll show you everyone the papers later. I know the leaves definitely are, because there's a die that cuts these leaves out, and I've seen demonstrators cut all of these leaves out of the sheet of paper. So some of them certainly are. Not necessarily all of them though. Okay. So let's start in this corner. So I do apologise that my Night of Navy isn't particularly dark, but okay. So I'm masking this off. Morning! It's Craig, my UPS man. And then I'm going to put a flower here, and then leaves coming up the centre. I like it. Thanks, Catherine. Okay, so I'm going to overlap this. I'm thinking about it. I might actually do this in landscape, having started in portrait. Like so. So if I lift this up, you'll see that these ones are now tucked just behind. So let's pop some leaves in there. So Craig, my UPS man, has just delivered my order that has actually got the dies in for this, and as well as the dies for cutting the elements, it's got some really pretty decorative dies to it as well. One here. So I'm just covering up, making sure that I bring my post-it note, because I've cut it slightly short of the image, is not doesn't give me a gap. Let's use the 3 here. Okay, let's have a look at that before I do any more. Okay, no, I'm going to stick with it that way. Only because of the angle of my flowers. I want to put a little leaf in here. So let's just cut this base up. Oh, bless you, Kerry. No worries. Thank you, Kerry. See you on replay. Okay. And I'm just going to use this solid bit of greenery down here. And I think, because I'm using a full-size card, I'm going to do repeat this at the top, but just a small amount. What I should have done right before I started all of that was stamp my sentiment, because I want to make sure my sentiment is nice and straight. So let's pop this straight on the block to start. So I'm just lining the block up with my grid paper, and there is a straight line through there, but it is, I think it's quite forgiving. We'll soon find out, won't we? Okay. Let me just stamp this in navy. And if I keep my block straight to my grid paper, yep, that's fairly good. So I can use this edge of the block on here, or just by eye. Okay. What I want to do is I want to add some of these dots in here in Balmy Blue, because I'm going to do a little bit of colouring with Balmy Blue. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter if it goes over the sentiments. Sorry, I've got to find my glasses to find my ink pad. There we go. I apologise, my bags are half packed from class and half packed ready for coffee and cards, so okay, just going to use Balmy Blue. I could stamp off this stamp first, and let's just cover up this flower here. Not that it really matters, because I'm going to colour it anyway. Like so. And then I'm going to put another little section down here. Like that. There we go. So if I lift that up, you can see that, hopefully, that full effect. Might put a little bit of dots in there, we'll see. So I'm going to do my sentiment next, and then a little bit of the top, and then a little bit of colouring in, and that will be it. So that's my thank you. And then I'm just going to turn this round and add the flowers here. Just cover this up. Not that I need to really. There we are. And then just a few leaves in there. Just use the two, make sure I'm stamping them in the right colour. There we go. Just a corner of that one there. I am going to put some dots up here. In Balmy Blue. Might stamp that off a little bit. And I like the fact that it's slightly unusual design, so you've got little holes, which is perfect for then tucking in between things, so I can just use that little element there to stick out. There we go. Okay, let's move these out of the way. Turn this over so you can see where we're at. There we go. So I could actually leave that exactly as it is, or I could do a little bit of colouring. Now I think this would work really well with watercolouring as well. So what do we think? Shall we colour it or shall we leave it as is? That's really pretty. I'm really pleased with that. It's just a slightly different image, so it's stylistic, but I like just this element of detail that we've got here. Catherine thinks either would work. I do too, but so I'm torn now as to what to do. Oh, I'll tell you what, I will. No, that's okay, because I'm torn in the same way. So I think what I will do is just stamp my envelope and then see if anybody thinks it should really be coloured in. It's not the last you'll see of this, so don't worry. Anyway. I knew you were going to say that, Fran. And I did have two sets ready, prepared, two sheets ready, prepared. Or did you mean on that card? I wonder. All right, let's do this. Envelope. Yes, I could do partial colouring. Right, just got those on there, and I'm just going to cover those up. Oh, 2 cards, thanks, Fran. Just pop some leaves in. That is the envelope, so I don't have to worry too much. Nobody's going to worry if it's not completely masked off. Let's use the 2. Like that. A little bit of cheat masking. Go. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yes, so you could do part coloured or the spotlight technique. So there's our envelope on the back. I think what I'm going to do, just for the effect, and because I'm watching the time, is I'm going to colour the envelope. And then I will decide, I think what I will do is I will do another card and colour it in. or not, you know, colour this one and do a separate one. But just so to save time, I'm going to just colour this envelope in, so we can see the coloured effect. And then I will do another one so that we end up with two similar, one coloured, one not coloured, and then you can vote which you prefer. But I think because of the detailed panels that we've got, it does work leaving it, because there is an element of colour included. This would be lovely in pinks and oranges as well. There we go. So just a little bit of dark balmy blue, followed by excuse me, a little bit of light balmy blue. So, and it would be quite easy to colour in those stamens with a yellow if you wanted to. As I say, this is lovely heat embossed and then watercoloured over, so I can see lots of things that you could do with this set. Yes, there's no purples in the paper, which would be nice. I thought of purples actually. I don't really know what kind of flower this is based on. So as you can see, I'm just doing my scribble colouring, leaving a few gaps here and there. Look at that. So as I say, you can see all of these new products. There's some fun rhino stamps, which I've already ordered because they're too cute not to have. But you can see them all online. Just go to jeminicrafts.co.uk, and then on the right hand side there's a little bar and you'll see them in there. You see, now I'm liking that. Okay. Really does make it stand out actually, doesn't it? Okay, let's put this card together. I can colour this one in. You don't need to watch me do that. I'm just going to pop this on my Night of Navy. So, and then onto my card. So a scribble of glue. There's no thickness, no height to that glue, although I have covered it all over, there's no height to it. Okay, let's move this out of the way. So there's my finished card bar the colouring, and I think I am going to colour it in because I think that looks so pretty. You can see that. But you see, you saw how I did it on here. I'm going to leave the centres white, but you could very easily just put a little bit of yellow in there if you wanted to. So I will colour those. I'm going to photograph that and do a before and after. So let me just show you very quickly some of the papers, if you'd like to see them. So there are 2 packs. This is called Hello Irresistible, and this is, as you can see, 6 by 6 inches. There are 48 sheets in the pack, so you get 4 of each sheet. And there's a really nice background watercolour look on nearly all of these papers. So there's this one here with that same design of flower. and then on the reverse you've got that lovely watercolour. And we have some returning colours. So this is Pretty Peacock, that was an in colour a while ago. And that one there. So this one with the lines and the dots matches there's two dies. One that does a cutout of this, a panel like that. And then the other one is a circular die with these little dots in it. So that's why that is there to match it. Great watercolour backing. So if you're not a fan of being able to do a watercolour wash, the papers will do the job for you. So there we have the leaves and that one there. So this one definitely is the same flower and this same flower. So this one you could die cut with the dies that go with it, and also the small 3-leafed one, not the 2-leafed one. So there's that one there, and then we have again that one, the background, and then we've got this white panel. Have you fussy cut this one, Catherine, or that one, this one, or the sheet of flowers maybe, because I'm on a bit of a delay, aren't I? Probably the flowers. Okay, background of leaves, and this one there. So that's soft sea foam, and then we've got this one again, this really deep panel in Pretty Peacock that would look really nice with some white embossed text on it. Oh, the pink flowers and leaves, thank you. And then the other side of that. And then we've got this one with the oranges and the peaches and the yellows, but the same design, different colours. And a hatch pattern on the background. Quite a moody one here with those dots on the background. This is Pretty Peacock and soft sea foam. And I think I'm now into the repeats, because I took a section out to look at them. So that's one pack of papers, and that's $11.75 for all 48 sheets. And the other one, if you're into foil and gilding, this is called Naturally Gilded, and it is, as you will see, 12 by 12, and you've got these like a wildflower backing. These are single-sided because they're foiled. So we've got this one with the gold, this one with the silver, and then there is a copper one as well. Let me grab that. This one here. So these make stunning panels, and also great panels for boxes as well. So those are some of the new products. So the 2 sets of papers and the stamp set I've shown you today. So I hope you're able to join me tomorrow. So I'm going to photograph this as is, and then I am going to colour it like that, so you can see a before and after, and do let me know which you prefer. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pop these masks in the stamp set so they're ready for next time, so you can use these over and over again until they get so thin that they're impractical to use. So I hope you like the design, hope you like the stamp set, certainly a Jenny stamp set. So let me bring this up so you can see. I forget you can't see as well as I can. And that's our finished card. So there we are. Do enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to grab a cup of coffee and do a little bit of colouring, and I look forward to catching up with you really soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fran, Catherine, Scylla. I know that Kerry had to go because she lost her internet connection. So thank you so much. And if you're watching but didn't say hi, I appreciate that. You'll be able to watch this on catch up, either on Facebook or YouTube. And if you have any questions or comments, do pop them in the comment section. I do read them. And if there's any questions that require an answer, I will get back to you. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.